Can you spot when someone's used ChatGPT? Of course you can. But do you want people not to be able to tell when you've used ChatGPT? Of course you do. So in this video, we're going to talk about how to make ChatGPT stop being an AI and make it your AI. So OpenAI, they want ChatGPT to be as easy to use for as many people as possible, which is great and probably why they have so many users. But what that means is that they hide this feature up in settings, which is fine because now you know about it and now you can make ChatGPT work way better. So when you find it, you'll see that there's two sections. And the first text is going to say, what should ChatGPT know about you? And the second one is going to say, how should ChatGPT respond to you? So what we want to do is fill this up with information that's all about us. Now, the information we put in here is going to depend on who we are. So if you run a business, what's your business name? If you run an agency, what does your agency specialize in? What tools or software platforms do you usually use? If you don't run your own business and you work for somebody, well, what's your role? What type of team do you work in or manage? And what are your key roles and responsibilities? The more it understands about your context, the better the output you're going to get. So in this next section, how should ChatGPT respond? Is where we want to capture all of that stylistic information, which when we see a generic ChatGPT result is like a massive giveaway. Do you prefer your responses brief or detailed? Do you want it to use British English or US English? Do you want it to stop using M dashes all over the place? Super dead giveaway for AI. Do you like using emoji? What you put in here is completely personal preference. And one pro tip, one thing that I use, and I'm not sure if this is like an Australian thing, but I always write in, be more humble. Just takes down the language you use just one or two notches. And I find that matches my personal style. Now, there are some things that you definitely shouldn't put in here. Obviously, don't put in any sensitive information. Don't put in credit card numbers. Don't put in passwords. It can kind of be tempting, but it's not secure. Don't do that. You also don't want to put in anything that's like short-term or too specific to a particular project you're going to be working on. Remember that it's going to have all of these instructions in its context every time you write out a query. Last thing is just don't give it too much. Don't overwhelm it with information. The key here is just to give it the essentials. Almost no one updates these settings. And actually, you're probably about to keep scrolling right now. Don't save it, send it to yourself so you don't forget to update it. It's one of those things you can just set it and forget it. If you're not sure what to put in there, not a problem at all. We've got a cheat sheet that runs you through by different groups of professions what kind of information you want to include. So check that out in our profile.